Once upon a time, I was living a different kind of life. And along with that life comes some consequences, you know? You know what I mean by consequences is that, you know, for every action, there's the opposite of equal reaction. So, when I was doing my thing over on the side of town, and, you know, everybody remember me, that was when I was known as Freddie. So, you know, I was doing my thing. I mean, you know, I wasn't, you know, big meats, nothing like that, but you know, I was a little miniature kingpin. You know, I had this apartment complex that I was staying at for a few years. And people liked me over there. You know, and what I mean by like me was like when shit would happen, like your house get broken into, you know. I'd find out who it was and then like get your stuff back. And I usually knew, you know, the people that was into certain shit. You know, ice cream truck come, you know, get all the kids something. You know, if somebody wanted to dump a pond or whatever and they couldn't be there at the pawn shop, fuck it, I just buy it from them for whatever price she was trying to get, if it was reasonable. And all that being said, there was this one particular dude, you know, Lil D. And, you know, I'm trying to put Lil D on this shit, you know, like, I ain't front him shit, but I just gave him some shit like, you know, it was trees, you know, it's back when like you get ounces for like $50, you know, it was that regular, you know, that Bobby Brown and shit. And so, gave him a zip and was like, you know, whatever you make off of this, come back and spend it with me. That's all I really was saying, you know what I mean? And so, with that being said, you know, he never came back. And I ain't give a fuck, you know, and shit, nigga, that's your loss. Cause I got, you know, I got elbows of this shit, so what the fuck is your ounce? You know? So, his mom used to come through and shit, you know, she'd buy like an ounce, whatever. Then when, you know, like taxes come, she'd get like QP or whatever, and then like, you know, and try to sell the shit. And so, this motherfucker used to steal them from my mom and shit, you know. You know, and motherfucker, he came over there bragging about the shit one day. And, you know, I can't fuck with somebody like that, you know. But I went out of town or whatever, and this little motherfucker goddamn, I guess he broke in my crib and stole like a little quarter ounce of some personal shit that I had. I didn't even know it was missing, you know. And so, hanging out, my man Marcus was like, yo, they've been going around talking shit about you. I was like, I don't know why the fuck everybody be making Fred up so much. Like this motherfucker, the goddamn, you know, Al Capone and Scarface or some shit. Man, I broke in that nigga crib. He ain't have shit, but like a little half ounce and a fucking plastic toy gun or the back of one. I'm glad you thought that. You know, you didn't know about the shit that I had. You know, and the place that I had that. You know, like that song Gucci, you know, Gucci do the dishes. You know, it was like that. You know, I ain't gonna, you know, fucking, you know, give up too many secrets to this shit. And so, then a little back of the toy gun was actually my daughter's Deuce. Long rifle, it was a pilot rifle. You know, and the whole shit break down to the stock. The stock was made out of plastic and it was buoyant, means that it floats on water. So it's a survival rifle, so it's like you gotta be in the woods and shit, and you need some shit to be waterproof. It's really a pilot survival rifle. It float on water and all of that shit. And so, you know, he come back in town, he was a little Salisbury nigga and shit. I mean, nothing against Salisbury, you know, I'm from Greensboro. So, I mean, it's all North Carolina, so it is what it is. It's all love. But he was in Salisbury and he came back and shit. And, you know, I was like, oh shit, bro, I ain't seen a hot little minute. No, don't come by the crib. I got that new fight night. This is when damn chicken noodle soup is so good. Hope I ain't slurping. But yeah, so I'm like, this is when Fight Night 4 came out with Mike Tyson. This is like back in the fucking PlayStation 3 days when them shits first came out. So this is like well over a decade ago, long past the statute of limitations. And anything that has happened in here has been accounted for, and all parties involved, you know, face whatever consequences they face, including myself. Ended up on probation from the shit. First felonies or whatever. And so, you know, I'm sitting there talking to him and shit. Pulled the strap out, set it on my lap. I'm looking at the game and shit. I'm like, yeah, bro, I heard you broke in my crib. He's looking straight ahead at the motherfucking TV and shit. You know, motherfucker, you know, he put some bass in the voice, probably grabbed his nuts and everything. Was like, yeah, I did it. I said, oh, word, for real? Okay. Set the strap down and shit. I had a shovel over there and shit. I grabbed my fucking shovel and shit, I got one in here, but I don't feel like going to go get it. You know, the top part of the shovel and you got the handle. I'm holding it right at the bottom of the top square part, like this. And I'm bang, bang, bing, bang, punching him in the face. But you like, man, what the fuck? Man, what the fuck? Man, got a little knot on his head, busted his lip, nose started bleeding and shit. And I'm like, nigga, stop. Is that what you just said to me? Like, you know, it made me even more mad. Because it's like, you want me to show you mercy, but you just admitted to breaking into my house after I helped you. And then on top of that, you know, I got a family. I was married and shit. Had a daughter that was, you know what I'm saying, in elementary school and shit. I mean, she was, you know, my baby was crazy and she still is. She would have shot his ass if he would have came in. But anyway, he's asked me to show him mercy. And I'm like, yo, so where was this mercy and shit when I was gone and you broke in my house? Like, you violated the sanctity at my home. And so that just made me even more mad. And so I'm just really going in on it. Throw the shovel down and shit. It was a little motherfucker, maybe 175 at the most. You know, I'm like, shit, this time I'm in the best shape of my life. It's probably about 230 and shit. I grabbed some motherfucker, got him up like against the wall with one hand, like, bah, bah, like hit him and shit in the face. And he put his hand up, boom, hit him in the stomach. So this motherfucker do like that and bah, hit him in the face again and shit. And so my ex-wife come downstairs and she heard a couple commotion because this nigga crying and shit, like literally crying. I mean, I ain't, you know, I ain't embarrassing, you know, about like that. I'm just telling the facts. I mean, shit. If motherfucker got the best of me, I'll tell you. And so, my ex-wife come downstairs. She like, Fred, you gonna kill him? And by that time, I got him on the couch. And I'm squeezing his neck and shit, like, you know, and they're like, oh, shit, I am about to kill him. Motherfucker purple and shit. Eyes bulging out his head, bang on his motherfucking forehead and neck and shit. He get up gasping for air. I was like, I ain't gotta worry about you coming back, do it. No, man, this nigga, my ex-wife was like, looking at him and shit. And then he like, no, this nigga big. I ain't, no, hell no. And so, I said, how the fuck you get in here anyway? So she had to climb the gate, and I hopped on the roof and shit. And then, you know, I climbed through the window up there. I said, word. So now I know where my security is weak at. And so, I said, you know what? I should take your ass upstairs and throw you out the window so you could go back out the same way you came in that day. But I said, you know what? I'm going to be nice and I'm going to let you go over the fence. I had a tall ass 6 foot tall fence and shit. He couldn't get over it and shit. You know, I'm like, funny, you can't get over it now. But, you know, you got a lock on it. You can walk through it. I said, so I'm going to help you out. And I grabbed his ass and threw him over the fence. And I'll be damned if like a week or two later, surprisingly, the police showing up with a 12-man SWAT team, 3 detectives in a sharpshooter saying that I'm violent. So 1 + 1 = 2. Either his mama told on me because, you know, she just raised her son to be unaccountable for shit, or he was on some hoe-ass nigga type shit. But either way, you know, that's one of those stories that you kind of think about sometimes.